Charlie Brown. Oh, come on, Charlie Brown.
All right. Oh, hello, Katie. How are you?
Intro music on point, Jeremy. Oh, hello.
Thank you. Thank you. It put a big smile on your face. It
I
was
love it.
great catching up with you right before we started. I know who you are. And a couple people, few people, several people, dozen people in our mutual networks know of you, know of OhHello. But as we decided to catch up and have you on the OhHello podcast, why don't you tell me who you are? Who are we speaking with? Who am I looking at?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Jokipii. I would say in terms of what defines me, there's a lot. I would say I'm a partner. I actually got married last year. I'm a friend. I am a dog mom. I am a fitness lover. I'm a godmother and an aunt. I'm a big sports fan. I went to UNC, go Tar Heels. And I'm a compassionate and curious marketer, which is how I know Jeremy.
Well, what kind of dog do you have? Tell us
I
your
have
dog's
a
name.
golden retriever named Jetty. She has turned 2.
Amazing.
Still has that puppy energy, though.
Puppy energy for sure. Still at 2. My dog turns 3 in about a month from now.
Oh.
And we're starting to see him become not an old man by any means, but not as puppyish, but that 2-year-old component for sure. There's a lot of that, Katie.
Yeah, she's calmed down a little bit recently, but still has it.
I hear you. You had mentioned a passionate marketer is a trait and skill set that defines you. And we had met during your Dollar Shave Club days, during your MeUndies days, when you were leading a tremendous amount of marketing for both of those companies. With that said, just give us a little bit more about your background and how you would characterize your skill set that you're going to be sharing with the OhHello community.
Yeah, so I started my career out on the advertising agency side, working for bigger holding companies such as Mindshare and OMD, and getting the opportunity to work for a lot of different Fortune 500 brands. Some of them like General Electric, Royal Caribbean, IHG. And I eventually decided I really wanted to take some of the consumer first insights and first party data and be able to make some strategic decisions on the brand side. So ultimately was living over in Hoboken, New Jersey at the time, working in New York, and made the decision to move out to Los Angeles to, as Jeremy said, work for Dollar Shave Club, where I came in at the time as a senior manager of mass media and acquisition, and eventually became a director there, and really was able to help launch our brand marketing efforts, enhance a lot of our performance marketing efforts, and also help launch the brand in retail for the first time ever, which was really exciting. And then, over the years since, have worked at MeUndies, have worked for several different startups, kind of consulting them and helping them with their marketing and media strategy at different growth stages. So, I'm excited to be a part of OhHello and be able to take some of that marketing and media subject matter expertise and also just help people with different pivots in their career and navigating that, whether it be from like agency side to brand side, moving across the country. I was 28, 29 when I did it. So obviously it was a big move at a pivotal time. And I think also just joining a startup, I went from working at these bigger holding companies and bigger brands and then made the switch to startup to kind of take something in me that my entrepreneurial spirit and my builder mindset. So excited to kind of be able to bring that to the community and help other people navigate pivots and just offer up career advice and different connections that I have to offer as well.
Amazing. The navigating pivots is so important no matter where anyone is within their career, within their lives. We all pivot at different points. We all take on new challenges, and it's scary for everybody at some point, but it's also exciting. So to be able to have the experiences of being able to go cross country, being able to go from a really safe, secure environment of being at a big company to joining startups and then consulting for a myriad of different startups and being early to the D2C community. So we're so excited to have you as part of the OhHello community. Thank you, Katie. What excites you about mentorship? What would you tell your in this case, you said when you were 28, you decided to move from the East Coast to the West Coast. But what would you tell your 25-year-old self, or what would you tell someone who is still at the University of North Carolina?
Yeah, good question. I think I, as a type A person I am, was very like, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. I think really being comfortable, getting uncomfortable, life happens and you can't control it. So I think going off a plan is going to happen, right? I wouldn't have imagined that I would move to California or switch to the brand side and all these other things, both personally and professionally, that pop up, right? So I think really being able to get comfortable with getting uncomfortable is a really important part of just navigating your career. And I think right now everyone's dealing with that too, with the state of the world in the past few years. In terms of what excites me about mentorship, a lot. I really love just helping other people at big career moments, both small and big career moments, and helping them bring things to fruition and showing them kind of the potential of how they can go about things or who they can become. So I think for me, like mentorship just really fills my cup. I'm lucky to be mentored by people and also mentor other people. And I think overall, like I view mentorship as a two-way street. Like I'm always learning from peers and people below me and people who have been below me. But I'm also lucky to have had a lot of both formal mentorships and informal mentorships over the years.
Who are some mentors? Who are some people that have had a profound impact on your life, both professionally and
Yeah,
personally?
I'm lucky and grateful that I've had a lot of bosses turn mentors over the years. So I guess to give a shout out to some of
Give
them,
shout outs, please, please.
Sam Kang, Ranil Wirtanga, Brian Chichalski are some of my favorite bosses I've had at different points in my career who really have just taught me a lot in those moments and have taught me a lot after too, as I've gotten more senior in my career. And then I've been lucky to be part of several different like formal mentorship programs over the years. I did when I lived in New York. I did one with Advertising Women of New York, which now as she runs it, dating myself here. And I guess it was like when I was fresh out of college, I got paired with someone named Christine Stack, who she attended my wedding shower 2 years ago. Like, have remained very close to her over the years, and she's always been a great mentor to me. And then more recently, I've been part of the Adweek mentorship community, and I would say I have a lot of peers that are great mentors in that. But then also have some formal mentors, so people like Musa Tariq, Sheila Shakar Polak, and then Tina Bari, and Catherine Chow. I'm really lucky to have all of them as part of my community and people who give me good words of wisdom and serve as like my board of directors to help me navigate different situations.
Talk about a tribe. Those are you have. It sounds like you have such a heartfelt community of people surrounding you that you're able to bounce ideas back and forth from, which is just so meaningful. And I really appreciate it. And I'm sure your mentors and your parallel equals of mentors, everyone's equal, but you know what I'm saying. Those that you're doing this with, those that have been your managers, and those that are just helping you, like being able to call them out is so purposeful. And I'm sure that gave them the warm fuzzies. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, they're all the best. So I appreciate them.
Of course. That's awesome. That's awesome. As a hello, you know this, you're going to be able to donate to over 40 plus charities within the US that are integrated within OhHello.io's platform. What is a charity, or what are a couple charities that are near and dear to your heart, Katie?
Yeah, there's so many good charities listed on there. I would say one that kind of rose to the top for me is the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation. I've just had family firsthand experience with relatives who have had breast cancer. So I think being able to give back to that charity in particular is something near and dear to my heart. And then, as I mentioned my dog earlier, I think the animal shelter crisis aid one is another one that is really important too, especially as we see shelters being overcrowded right now.
Well said. Well said. Well, Katie, we really appreciate you being on our show. Our listeners, we appreciate you tuning in, watching us on YouTube, on LinkedIn, listening us on Spotify, on Apple, iTunes podcasts, and on Google, and the list goes on and on. Katie, thank you. Oh, hello. Goodbye.